Go. Fair.
Okay. But I can't be one of them.
Because?
Because I don't have any tasks. Just the...
Anyway.
Oh, I know. Anyway, sperm whales have huge memories. They live for more than 70 years sometimes. At first, they live all together in large schools.
Yeah.
But then, boys go with other boys, it hatch the pods, and then eventually, when they're old, they swim away and sing only for themselves. Sometimes when something's sad, sometimes when I sing the types of songs that fill my mum's car on long journeys home and at night.
During long journeys home at night.
During long journeys home and at night. Yes. I can't sing like Lady, really. I just look like a whale. Right. I don't know how long it's been since I saw my dad last. I can start everybody in my crotch.
I'm teaching you how to do this while someone's distracting you.
Yeah, not very well.
Well, no, you're supposed to learn. Well,
Oh.
there's an audience member picking their nose. Like any kid around.
That's true. I just like.
So, I can't sing like they do, really. I just look like a whale.
I just look like a whale. I don't know how long it's been since I saw my dad last. Oh, but he used to tell me about how God made SeaWorld.
You used to tell me this
He
story.
used to tell me the story about how God made SeaWorld in 6 days. He made the starfish and the sharks and the octopuses, everything. And then how on the 7th day he didn't do much. He was flying around in space watching kids' TV. We went there once, Dad, Mum, and me. SeaWorld! Not space. Anyway, my dad's story went like this. God was put in charge of building the whole of SeaWorld, except he didn't have any blocks, which was Dad's way of saying he didn't know any words.
Yeah.
Oh, I know which bit it is. That bit that I always forget. And it goes. But Dad.
Anyway, Dad.
Anyway, Dad said, sometimes, if you really think on it, if you hide away and dream all day, if you wait for the night time, from the moon in the sky will swing around, and it will fall to you. Besides,
That's going on YouTube.
besides, besides, is it little god in your couple of
Little
words?
God.
Little god in your couple of words?
Yeah.
You need swim and splash. The fish and catch. The star, smile and shine. Also, you need the word atom and the word God. Except you didn't really know what either of those ones meant. He didn't have any blocks. And then, a thought hit him hard and bright and red like a comet, and he said, "It will be very small and won't wait. It will be hard to see and tough to touch. But most of all, it will also be death. And yet with it I will make a thing more marvellous still, more great than bright white snow, or sledding fast down a hill." Fall now, then. I'll sledding fast down a hill. I'll stack my atoms up tall, just like they were Lego, and I'll put on one hell of a show.
But then Dad said, little God realised that...
But then Dad said, God realised...
Little God...
Little God realised that if you were to make something new and wonderful like a blue whale the size of a bungalow out of a bunch of atoms, the danger might... The danger?
Yeah.
Which one?
The danger.
The danger might arise that people...
No one would see.
But no one would see that the atoms were there at all. And then people wouldn't know that they were all part of the same thing. which Dad said was really important.
Really important. And our Mr. God.
Oh yeah.
A lot of hard work.
And Mr. God had put in lots of hard work.
I put a lot of hard work into dreaming up that small.
Had put a lot of hard work into dreaming up that small earliest atom. And so to preserve it, he said,
He decided
that between all things there must be friction. The world should be built on opposition. So the atom must be small, just as
if the atom is to be small.
if the atom is to be small, then the world should be grand. There must be sea, just as there is land. And so
that way people could tell what he meant.
That way people could tell what he meant. So that people could stuff.
If only they looked at stuff the right way.
If only they looked at stuff the right way.
My dad was better at
My
telling
dad was
the story.
better at telling the story than me. And so little God had need to make the whale.
Create the whale.
So little God had need to create the whale to be very grand and live in the sea. So he said, it will be very grand.
Very
it will be
big.
very big. And it will swim in the sea. It will be named a whale.
Which will be made of water and which will be blue.
It will be made of water. It will be named the whale. And it will look like a giant fish. But it will breathe in air so that people might see a little of themselves in it. For in it I will
breathe into its nostrils the stuff of life.
And then it will be my living soul beneath the sea, which will be made of water and which will be blue.
Frodo!
Except tonight when it will be black.
Frodo! Frodo!
Oh, that's how God came up with the idea of a whale. The idea of a whale.
Except actually my mum told me once.
Except actually, my mum told me once that a whale was like a cross at first between hippo and a dog.
Hippos and dogs.
Between hippos and dogs. And that
It was later that they changed into big fish mammals.
they said that it's big. So I suppose that was what he meant.
Came up with.
That's what he came up with. But now they're whales. So I suppose.
I guess that he must have known.
I guess he must have known that they were going to get big. Otherwise, how can both things be true?
Oh, good fucking question, Douglas.
And then there's the last page.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, Frodo! Frodo!
I think I. Oh,
Whales look like how I think I might feel.
yeah. Whales look like how I think I might feel. She's coming now, my mum. This cupboard is the Arctic. A lot of whales live there. If you like your mouth will turn to ash.
Frodo! 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 Okay.
Uh,
Nailed it! Your magic cock of memory.